Hello friends, I am Ravi. Now I am going to give brief introduction to Python data structures. These are the data structures supported by Python: lists, sets, tuples, dictionaries, and strings. The basic Python data structure in Python includes lists, tuples, sets, and strings. Each of the data structures is unique in its own way. Data structures are containers that organize the group of data according to type. Lists are symbols. This is by square brackets. Tuples are created using a parenthesis. Sets are using curly brackets, and dictionary also using by uh, curly brackets. Strings are used by parenthesis using double quotes or single quotes. Python data structure lists. A list is defined as a ordered collection of items, and it's one of the essential data structure when using Python to create a project. The term ordered collection means that each item in a list comes with an order that uniquely identifies them. The order of the element is an inherent characteristic that remains the throughout its list. Since everything in the Python is considered to be an object, creating a list is essentially creating a Python object of a specific type. When creating a list, all elements in the list should put in square brackets and separated by a comma. Let Python know that list has been created. A simple list can be created written is following: list A is equal to in square bracket item 1, item 2, item 3, and so on item n. This is the about the all about the lists. Lists can be nested. A list can be nested, which means that it can contain the type of object that includes a list of a sublist, which can subsequently contains the other sublists. Like this, it can be contained sublists also. Lists are uh, created or mutable. Lists are created in Python qualified mutable because they can alter even after being created. A user can create, search, and shift, move, delete elements from the list their own way by replacing an element. The number of elements added nodes to be equal to the number of elements, and Python will be adjust itself as needed. Lists are mutable. Lists created in Python qualify mutable because they can be altered even after being created. A user can search and shift, move, delete elements list where we can view uh, to the number of elements. Python will adjust itself as needed. It is also known that the replacing single element in the list multiple elements multiple also enables without being replacements. Tuples is an inbuilt data structures in Python that is an ordered collection of objects. Unlike lists, tuples come with limited functionality. The primary difference characteristic between the lists and tuples is mutability. Lists are mutable, whereas the tuples are immutable. Tuples cannot be modified, added, or deleted once they have been created. Lists are defined using a parenthesis enclosed by elements which are separated by commas. The use of parentheses is creating the tuples is optional, but they are recommended to distinguish between the start and end of the tuple. A tuple sample is written in below tuple A in the parenthesis item 1, item 2, item 3, and so on. Why tuples are preferred over the list? Tuples are preferred when the uh, user does not want to the data does not want to do that to be modified. Sometimes the user can create an object that is intended to remain in, intact during its lifetime. Tuples are immutable, so they can be used to prevent accidental addition and modification and removal of the data. Also, tuples are less memory and they make program execution faster than the using the list. Lists are slower than the tuples because every time a new execution is done with list, a new objectives are created and the objects are not interpreted just once. Tuples are identified by Python as the immutable object, hence they are built as a single entity. Sets. A set is defined as a unique collection of elements do not follow the specific order. Sets are used in with an existence of an object in a collection of objects more important than the number of items it appear or the order of the object. And unlike the tuples, sets are mutable. They can be modified, added, replaced, or removed. A sample set can be represented followed by set A is equal to start with parenthesis item 1, item 2, item 3, and so on. One of the way the sets are used is when checking whether or not some elements are containing set or not. For example, sets are highly optimal on sets. They can be used to check whether a set is unfed or well. One of the most important things set is that it doesn't allow duplication of values. We must remember these things. Dictionaries in Python. A dictionary is a data type similar to the array but works with the keys and values instead of indexes. Each value stored in a dictionary can be accessed by key which in a type of object. A string number a instead of using a indexing address it. For example, a database of phone numbers should stored using the dictionary like this. Syntax will be like this: dictionary is equal to parenthesis key 1 value 1 comma key 2 colon value 2 comma key 3 colon value 3 and so on. Strings in Python. A string is a sequence of one or more characters, letters or numbers that can be either constant or variable, made up of Unicode. Strings are immutable sequence, meaning they are unchanged. Strings can be created by using a string, single quotes, double quotes, single quotes, triple quotes. Syntax will be like this: print hello world. String is equal to Monty Python. Indexing in Python. But it is a very important thing in lists, tuples, and sets. Indexing means referring the element in a iterable position with the iterable, or slicing means getting subsets of iterable based on the syntax index. Indexing starts with the let us create a list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, let us call the first element in the list per list parenthesis square brackets square brackets 0 is equal to 1. List 0 index is 1 and list 1 means 2. This is the second index and list 3 is the third index and list 3 is the index. Here is a figure by specifying the index and following numbers and its index. 0 is the starting position and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the indexing starts like this. It will be, whether the list contains some values a b c d or it may be x y z, whatever it may be, text or whatever it may be, the index would be like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, this index is follows in list, tuples, sets, dictionaries, and arrays also. The data structures based on the mutability and order. Mutability refers to the ability to change in the object after its creation. Mutable can be modified, added, deleted after they have been created, while immutable objects cannot be modified after their creation. Order in this context relate to the whether the position of the element can be used or access the element. Summary: lists, sets, tuples are the basic data structures in Python programming language. One of the different points among the data structures is immutability, which is ability to change an object after its creation. Lists and tuples are the most forward data structures, and, and strings and dictionaries are the very important data structures in inbuilt data structures supported by Python. Thank you.